What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. Hope you're all doing very well. We did a plus 20 Algeth'ar Academy with my Survival Hunter, which is kind of insane because I don't really have a lot of gear on my Survival Hunter yet, but this was really fun. I was just so impressed with this. I did run the Birds of Prey build, so yeah, you can all yell and scream at me about it because I think Bombardier is better. I think Bombardier is really good in certain builds, but I do think Birds of Prey is quite good. So, and I understand the value of it now that I've gone through it a little bit. I'll talk about that in a minute. Let me just show you my character really quick. We were only 397 when we actually did this dungeon. We just have like a hodgepodge of gear here, right? Like I have a 389 lariat I can upgrade. I can upgrade my weapon. It's only 399. Only a 389 ring here. The trinkets aren't the best. So, yeah, just understand that the damage that we're doing here, I think is quite good despite our item level. You're going to see it in the video here in a second. Let me just say, off the cuff here, a couple things about the talents before we jump into the video. So here's my stats once again, and then here's my my gear. It's nothing really to write home about. I need to upgrade all of this. I chose in this dungeon to take terms of engagement over flanking strike, and I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below about this. Do you think one is better than the other? Because I think that flanking strike, generally speaking, it does more damage and it generates more resources. I don't think anybody can really scoff at that unless you're using terms like absolutely on cooldown. I think flanking strike is just better, and you're probably going to get more value because of the build that I'm running, because you're going to get Fury of the Eagle, reducing the cooldown of flanking strike from Ruthless Marauder. But I want to know what you guys think. I think terms is very good in certain circumstances where you can like jump out and reset and jump out and reset. Like if you're forced to get out of melee, which you are on a couple of these bosses. But I think flanking is just better in general. But let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments. You guys who play this a lot more than me, please let me know what you think about the two of these. This is the build that I ran in the dungeon. One thing you're going to notice is I didn't run Death Chakram. Two reasons for that. Number one, I took another point in serrated shots, which I think actually has a decent amount of value. It buffs our Serpent Sting damage, which I'm also buffing with Hydra's Bite, not Poison Injection. I know you're supposed to take Poison Injection. I just wanted to try Hydra's Bite. So we're getting 20% more damage from Hydra's Bite, 10% more damage from serrated shots. In Execute, we're getting 20% more damage from this one extra point that I took in this talent. We're getting 20% more damage from Serpent Sting and your bleed effects, which is, of course, Kill Command and Kill Shot with Birds of Prey. Sorry, it's Coordinated Assault that gives you the bleed, but you're getting the cleave on Birds of Prey. So in Execute on AoE, we're doing tons of extra Serpent Sting damage and tons of extra Kill Shot bleed damage, which I think is actually quite valuable. That's reason number one. Reason number two, my voice, holy crap. Reason number two is that I wanted to get rid of a button on my bars. We are very cramped for GCDs, right? You've got Coordinated Assault. You need to press Explosive Shot. You need to press Death Chakram. You need to press Fury of the Eagle. You need to get your Bleed Bomb going. And then you need to trigger it once, at least, with Butchery to get the bleeds going on all the enemies so you have more attack speed. Like, there's so many things you need to be doing. I wanted to just get rid of one of the button bloat. One of the buttons that I think was bloating a little bit. So, I did end up getting rid of it. I understand if you think it's a bad idea. I just want to show you this without the Death Chakram there, okay? That's all I really want to talk about for the talents. Last thing I wanted to ask you guys was, what do you think about pets? I was forced to take the Lust pet because we didn't have Lust besides me. If you had a choice, what would you guys pick? Would you pick the defensive pet, which gives you Fortitude of the Bear plus 5% max HP up here? I want to know what you think in the comments down below. What's better in your mind? Do you take the Lust pet with Leech, or do you take the Fortitude pet with the defense? I would love to hear from you guys down there. Okay, let's get the video going. Let me move my camera over here. So we do have past Zuko there. Here's the opening pack. This is the opening trash pack here. Again, our damage is quite competitive. You know, these guys that I'm rolling with here, Joe and Asterial and Jordan, who's playing button mashed, they're all like 410 to 415 item levels. So we're like a good 16 to 18 item levels behind these guys. So you can see that our burst is still fine. I'm very happy with doing 170, 180k. I think it's amazing. Yeah, really, really enjoy how much damage we're able to pump out here. And I just love with Survival Hunter the fact that all your cooldowns are so low, right? You have like your bombs, which are up all the time. You have Explosive Shot, which is every 30 seconds. And you have Fury of the Eagle, which is every 45 seconds. But you're cooling it down with your kill commands. And if you get a red bomb, you can just go kill command, kill command, kill command, kill command, and then basically have the cooldown of Fury of the Eagle back. I love that play style. I really hate builds that have 2 to 3 minute cooldowns that you have to play around. I'm just bad at playing around those builds, honestly. You can see even on this pack here, we're able to get a Fury of the Eagle back, but I don't use it because this guy, we're only down to 1 enemy. But here's another big pack here. Thankfully, Joe and the Druid and the other guys were really, I think Jordan especially was helping a lot with kicking the unruly books here. And I was able to just sort of sit back and do damage. They missed one kick there, but the Druid got it with his roar. So we're able to continue doing lots of damage, even in our inside of our cooldown here. This is with Coordinated Assault rolling, so we got the big bleeds coming out of our kill shots. And again, I do think there's a little bit of value here. As soon as all these enemies get to below 30% HP, which they're all approaching that 30% HP mark, all my Serpent Stings and all my bleeds from kill shot are doing way more damage here. 20% more damage. Actually, 30% more damage with the serrated shot point that I put in there instead of Death Chakram. So they're doing 10% more damage all the time, and then 20%, an extra 20% for 30% more damage in that execute phase. So I think, yeah, I just think there's some value there. And anyway, yeah, here's some single target on Veximus. This is really good. We have Lust, so I pop Lust, and then our damage is just super good. I get a blue bomb out there to get the bleed going, and then I just press Mongoose Bite. And I have come to understand what I think a lot of you guys were trying to tell me, you know, weeks ago, and some of the talent trees that I've seen, is that the value of Mongoose Bite for Survival Hunter is incredibly high, and that it's really worth just pressing Mongoose Bite above almost any other button, especially in single target, of course, but even in like 2-target cleave, sometimes even in like 3-target cleave. Butchery is a very good button, don't get me wrong, but Mongoose Bite just hits so freaking hard. It is crazy how hard this thing hits. And the quicker you can get stacked up to 5 stacks of Mongoose Fury, the better you're going to be, right? So I think it's very interesting. Oh, right here, this is the really critical moment for Survival Hunter. We're not very tough, right, Survival Hunter? So we're going to pop our 1 defensive here, which is our Survival of the Fittest. And then I try to take this bomb, but I wasn't sure if I was going to die. So now I take the bomb after clearing with Jordo there. So yeah, just be careful with your defensive. This is why I think taking probably Fortitude of the Bear with the defensive pet is probably better than Leech. And I might just start doing that now. If I don't need to be the guy bringing Lust, I'm definitely going to try and take the extra pet there. But you can see our damage is pretty good. Here I turtle because I'm just worried here. My health is really low, right? So I end up turtling this just to help the healer out. And because I'm a low item level here, I don't have a lot of stamina, right? So I just want to help my team out. There, I finally get a Terms of Engagement proc there. I finally utilize it. So again, I'm not very good at using it. That's another reason why I should take Flanking Strike, because I keep forgetting to jump out and use Harpoon. I do think that's why Flanking Strike's a bit better too. I don't want to leave melee range of the boss, but like Terms of Engagement forces you to jump out and jump back in, whereas Flanking Strike doesn't. Flanking Strike does not have a minimum range associated with it. So there's Veximus, 53k almost overall. I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's really good.
It'll be a little messy at the start.
We pull these mana worms into the bridge pack. You should always do this, I think. It's just way more efficient. These mobs just last way too long. You can see right there, I actually used Explosive Trap just to knock in the last guy. Sometimes Joe doesn't have a grip, or if you're not running with a DK, use your Explosive Trap here. I pop it right here, and it knocks him in. Boom. Just to get into the rest of the group so that they're nice and grouped up. Always be looking for ways to help your team like that. Always be looking for things to do like that. It's very helpful. I pop Coordinated Assault here. And then, unfortunately, I get double Surge. Look at these Surges. Surge here and Surge here. Watch this. They're going off right now, and they kill me. Both of them go off. The one kills me. I think that it's not the Arcane Rain. The Arcane Rain isn't even done going off yet. So I don't know what killed me there. Maybe it was the Arcane Rain plus a Surge. No, I died before the Arcane range went through. I don't know what it was. Anyway, it's fine. I end up dying. I just don't have a lot of stamina, right? Of course. Here's the trash before the tree boss. We get our bomb going first. I misdirect Joe. Make sure you misdirect your tank here, or you will immediately die, because your AoE damage is going to start going crazy here. Here's Fury of the Eagle. Boom, 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 boom. Love Fury of the Eagle so much. I love playing Survival Hunter now. If it didn't have Fury of the Eagle, I don't think I'd even want to play it. It's actually just that. It's so fundamental to to how it plays. I just love it. Lots of bleeds going. So again, we're getting extra bonus value here on our bleeds. 10% more bleed damage and also 20% more bleed damage when they're in the execute range, which they all are right now. So a lot of extra damage we're getting from that. Obviously, Death Chakram is very good for boosting all of your other damage on, you know, 7 targets. But when you're in really, really big packs like this, I think getting a huge amount of bleed bonus is pretty good. Look at all the bleeds right now on everybody. They're all bleeding right now with internal bleeding. Really, really good. Now here comes the kill shot bleeds from Coordinated Assault and Kill Shot. Lots of damage here. The flexibility of Survival Hunter is also really great in that you can just step out of range of melee to get and keep doing damage, right? If you have to get out of these green circles, which keep popping up right here, detonation seeds. Like, I got to move here. I can keep throwing stuff. I can kill command. I can do my kill shot. It's just so nice. I love that flexibility on survival. Yeah, not bad. Here's the tree boss fight. This fight's particularly dangerous near the end. At the beginning of the fight, it doesn't really matter too much. But at the end of the fight, it gets really dangerous. So, again, I think that one thing that really helped our overall damage here as a group is that Survival Hunter is very good at single target. You just keep pressing Mongoose Bite until you have to start doing AoE. Here comes the AoE. I do Explosive Shot into Fury of the Eagle. Boom, 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 boom. Then we go Coordinated Assault here, I think. Once I get my butcheries out. Hopefully I press Coordinated Assault. Again, this is me messing up right here. I should be pressing CA right now, but I haven't. Oh well. Maybe I'm saving it for later, but I should not be saving it at all. I think I press it near the end here. Actually, yeah, I make a huge mistake. I press Kill Shot. I press Kill Shot, and then I press Coordinated Assault. Don't do this. Do not do this. I press Kill Shot right here. It's on cooldown. Then I press Coordinated Assault. It will not give you the cooldown of your Kill Shot back. So I'm wasting an entire Kill Shot here, which is an entire Birds of Prey proc. So massive mistake from me. Don't do that. Just don't. I do get some value here afterwards, but it's very much diminished. I only get, I think, 2 sets of kill shots, or maybe 3 instead of 4. So big issue there for me. There's a big Fury of the Eagle. We're still doing good damage, but that was a pretty big blunder there. Now, it's gonna start to get dangerous right here because this is the part where all the mobs. Oh, this is not it. It's on the next step. Joe almost dies here. Joe gets wrecked here by the tank. And the ad. He procs Purgatory. Goes down to like single-digit HP there.
It's fairly close.
This is the scariest Germinate here. This is where all the ones are going to pop out of the ground. There's Burst Forth. I'm about to take a ton of damage. I don't have my defensive. I turtled it. I turtled that one because I knew I was probably going to die. Remember, you can press turtle and then cancel turtle immediately to get back to doing damage. But this is very dangerous because all the Lashers are awake and they're all whacking Joe and doing a lot of damage to him. So I wish I had my Shaman Cap Totem here, but I don't, unfortunately. You could use Binding Shot if Joe wanted to run, but it's okay. He's tough enough. That's the rest of the fight.
Yes, I will.
There's another Burst Forth. Oh, no, there isn't one here. So there's a Burst Forth later. So yeah, you just have to watch out for those Burst Forths. They will kill you if you have low item level like me especially. But Joe did such a good job on this fight. Let's get to the bird boss. Yeah, we'll skip past this trash here. Lots of good AoE damage here. This is really dangerous, the bird boss, right? Because basically, on all of the screeches, okay? When it does Terrifying Screech, I think it's called. Let me see here. What is it called? Again, you're just Deafening Screech. You're just doing Mongoose Bite, Mongoose Bite, Mongoose Bite. I did use Fury of the Eagle, but really the best value button you can press is Mongoose Bite. These Deafening Screeches are going to kill me eventually. So this is number 2. You can see the debuffs on our bars.
Yep.
Number
I'm
2
on the next one.
almost killed me. So number
did.
3 is going to kill me because it stacks up over time. What you want to do on higher keys is don't throw the balls into the little rings until you've reached the maximum number of stacks that you're able to tank as a team. Now, I was really low item level, so I had less stamina here, so I could only do 3. So we throw the third one in there, and then we lust. Right when she gets hit by the flame, you're doing like double damage to her right now, which is really good. Oh, I did have poison injectors on this fight. I forgot on this dungeon. I forgot about that. That's my bad. I thought I had Hydra. I had poison injector for this. That's good. It's probably better anyway. I'm just realizing it now. Here comes the Deafening Screeches again. So now it's going to start building up. This fight, again, this is where you're going to lose some value on Harpoon, in my opinion. It is very dangerous to press Harpoon on this fight. So your terms of engagement value is going to be much lower than if you had something like Flanking Strike. Because Flanking Strike, you can just get right up next to the boss and press it, and it won't, like, move you anywhere.
I'll just turtle the next
Whereas the harpooning back in will get you killed. You're going to, inevitably, you're going to land on, like, a patch of fire on the ground. It's so dangerous. It's really dangerous here. So this is where I would say that Harpoon, terms of engagement, loses some value. Here's the third Deafening Screech coming up here, right here. I'm going to turtle this. Otherwise, I would die from it. Okay?
And we have to do it or I'm dead.
Now, if we get to another Deafening Screech, a fourth one, I'm going to die. So thankfully, Asterial throws the orb in
I'm dead then.
quick enough. Look at him running with the orb right now on the bottom of your screen. Run, 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 run.
There's fires.
Asterial, run!
He might get in.
He throws the orb, and thankfully, when you throw the orb, as soon as it goes through that ring in the sky, it'll get rid of all of our Deafening Screech debuffs. Look, watch this. They all go away right before she does it. Right before the fourth Screech comes. I would have died there, like 100%.
Yeah,
So here comes the wind buff. Remember to pick up one of these orbs. It gives you a massive haste buff. It's really, really good. So this is good for Survival Hunter. Anytime you can give Survival Hunter haste, it is such a good thing, man. Watch this Mongoose Bite. Mongoose Bite. I do Fury the Eagle. Mongoose Bite. Mongoose Bite. Mongoose Bite. Mongoose Bite. We just start slapping. Boom. 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 Swing. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, good. It's a great build. I love this thing. And we end up doing about 52k, I think, on the boss. 51k. Not bad at all.
I take back and then harpooning back in.
Yeah. Okay. Final trash area. You want to be really careful around these whirlwind guys. Of course, as a melee, because whirlwind will just get you killed. Thankfully, once again, the flexibility of Survival Hunter lets you stand back a few yards. There is a talent that actually buffs your yards, like gives you 3 extra yards of range. It's probably valuable on certain fights, like the bird boss fight it would be good on, and this trash pack it would be good on. Maybe the tree boss trash area with all the green swirlies going down. The extra 3 yards of range might actually be good there too. So I don't know what you guys think about that. It's probably not worth it in the long run, but it could be good. It could be really good actually. Here's the second last trash pack here. I'm just doing Fury of the Eagle, as much damage as I can. And we're doing about 110k. I did get one of those arcane bombs. I dropped off one of those arcane bombs, which did buff my numbers up a little bit, but it's not, I only did that once, the entire dungeon, okay, guys? So, anyway, the damage is so solid. I really love it.
DC. That means he's...
Oh, yeah, the Druid thought he DC'd.
He read you while he was
The Druid was, yeah, the Druid was like, I DC'd, guys. And then he, like, kept healing everybody and kept chatting in party chat. So we're like, Asterial was like, I don't think he's DC'd, guys. I was like, he's definitely DC'd, even though he's healing me. Okay, here's the final boss. This is where your terms of engagement is actually pretty good. This is one of the bosses where it's quite good. Because she's going to pull everybody into the middle, right? And you have to get out with disengage. And then you can get back in with terms of engagement right here. Harpoon back in, boom. And then you're generating extra focus. So, it's good. It's good here. But I think in general, you could just flanking strike that instead, right? You could just jump out with disengage and then flanking strike. So, I just think it's probably better overall, realistically. Although you're not going to have flank. I had terms up for every one of these. So, this is the value of terms, right? You've got harpoon up for every single one of these things. With flanking strike, you might not have it up for every one of them.
I'd probably just die.
Jordan somehow stood in a breath here.
Actually pretty good for me.
I don't know. Demon Hunters drive me crazy. He like stood in the breath because he dropped a puddle. He got a third stack, dropped a puddle, but took no damage. I don't know if he just dodged or something. I don't know if you can dodge. Maybe it's counted as an attack.
Breath buff, but I didn't take damage.
Yeah, Jordan couldn't quite figure it out either.
No, that doesn't work.
I wonder if breath counts as an attack and if he just dodged it.
Yeah.
That's my guess. But anyway.
Either end of BFA or start a shadow.
On this fight, you want to be a little bit careful with your stacks. So Asterial has 2, the Druid has 2, and we have 1. As soon as you get 3, of course, you're going to drop a puddle on the ground, and that puddle is going to shoot out little orbs. You want to try and put those puddles in the right spots around the room, because eventually the room is going to fill up.
Sorry, I see.
The room is going to fill right up with orbs,
Poop on the ground?
and then you're going to be in trouble. So
You know what? I think I just got hit by like the target.
this was interesting. Asterial was saying here that he thinks he just got hit by something that was untargetable,
I've had that
but
happen before.
I didn't really understand what that meant, except that it happened to me earlier in the fight. Let me just show you really
It
quick.
doesn't work anymore.
When she's standing
Like take any damage from that.
Die.
right here. Watch this. She turns her head, and then watch this. I suddenly get a stack of the debuff. Like
Die.
nothing happens. I'm not standing in the puddle. Orbs have not come out from the puddle yet, and I get a stack. Watch my frame here. Look at it. She shoots a little arcane thing. It's right in the middle of the screen there. Those little bolts of arcane whatever. That gives you a stack somehow. So
Doesn't work.
there's something in this fight that actually just gives you a stack. And I had never seen that until more recently, like until, I don't know, last night. So
Could you not poop on the ground?
that was kind of confusing to me. So that's what hit Asterial there. And that's why he was confused as to why he got a stack. I was confused as well. But apparently she just shoots out random arcane bolts at players without it being obvious that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So
Just randomly getting stacks down. Pretty sure maybe.
Jordan just got one.
No, like
No.
no, it's supposed to be on an ability.
Yeah, we're trying to tell Asterial that it doesn't work that way, but I think it does. I think he was right. We just seem to be getting random stacks from. So anyway, we get her down. That's the end of that.
I just got Keystone Hero on this guy for the.
And we got Keystone here. I got 61 rating for that. Oh my god. We did 82k overall. 82k. That's not bad at all. Let me look at the breakdown here. Let's get rid of this window here. Get back to the gameplay. Let me move over here. So we'll look at the overall. Not bad. Mongoose Bite again, doing our top damage. So I think it would absolutely be worth investing more talent points into Mongoose Bite. I don't know exactly how I would end up doing that, but there's our kill shot. Butchery's way up there. Explosive shot, Fury. I think you want to try and take, like, probably Spear Focus, right? But I don't know where you would take it. Like, if you get rid of, let's say we take Flanking. I have to take this in order to get down to Coordinated Assault. So I don't know. Maybe, because I need to take Birds of Prey. I'm not really sure how I would do this. Somebody let me know how you guys would do this. Maybe you get rid of Ferocity. That's probably what I have, right? I have Ferocity instead. Oh, then I'd have to take Terms. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody let me know what you would think about trying to get Spear Focus. Maybe you have to take Terms in order to get Spear Focus, because then you can drop Ferocity. But buffing Mongoose Bite does seem like the play to me. It does seem like a really good idea. But that's it, guys. I was actually running Poison Injection. Let me make sure I apply these changes correctly. This was the build I was running. Terms plus Poison Injection, and I wasn't running Death Shocker. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about this build. But that's a plus 20 Algeth'ar Academy. We actually did a crazy amount of damage, 82k overall for our item level. That's pretty good, honestly. I'm happy with that. So let me know what you think in those comments down below. I love you all. I will see you in the next one.